The Atlantic hurricane season continues to keep coastal communities on alert as Tropical Storm Jerry forms in the Caribbean. Meteorologists are closely tracking Jerry, which has developed amid unusually warm ocean waters this season. The storm's arrival is a reminder that hurricane season is still active, and preparation remains essential. We'll break down Jerry's current status, projected path, and what it could mean for those in its way. Using data from the National Hurricane Center, we'll translate complex weather updates into clear, actionable information. Staying informed through credible sources is crucial, especially as rumors and speculation can spread quickly online. We'll highlight the main threats: wind, rain, and storm surge, and offer practical tips for readiness. As Jerry moves across the Atlantic, now is the time for residents to review emergency plans and secure property. This guide will help you prepare, stay safe, and understand the storm's potential impacts. Proactive steps and reliable information are your best defense against tropical weather. Let's dive into the details of Tropical Storm Jerry. As of October 16, 2025, Tropical Storm Jerry is moving west-northwest, about 65 miles from the northern Leeward Islands. Jerry's sustained winds are at 60 mph, with gusts up to 70 mph, and its central pressure is 29.68 inches of mercury. The storm's brisk 21 mph forward speed means conditions can change quickly for those in its path. Satellite imagery shows a well-defined circulation, but Jerry hasn't developed a hurricane's eye yet. Tropical storm force winds extend outward, affecting a broad area. Residents in the northern Leeward Islands should use this limited window to finalize preparations. These winds can cause localized damage and power outages, so precautions are essential. Stay alert to official watches and warnings as Jerry approaches. The forecast shows Jerry tracking west-northwest, likely passing near or north of the Leeward Islands and possibly close to Puerto Rico. After the Greater Antilles, Jerry is expected to curve northwest and then north, moving into open Atlantic waters. A high-pressure ridge is steering Jerry westward, but an approaching trough could turn it north. Timing remains uncertain. The forecast cone shows the probable path of the storm's center, but impacts can occur well outside this area. Small shifts in Jerry's track could mean the difference between a direct hit and a glancing blow for islands in its path. There's currently no indication of a direct threat to the U.S. mainland, but it's too early to rule out future risks. The immediate focus is on the Caribbean islands, where preparations should be underway. Forecasts are updated every 6 hours. Stay tuned for changes. Monitor official sources for the latest updates. Jerry's future strength depends on several key factors. Warm ocean waters along its path could fuel further development, but cooler waters ahead may limit intensification. Wind shear, changes in wind speed and direction with height, could disrupt Jerry's structure and prevent it from strengthening. Current forecasts suggest moderate to strong wind shear may keep Jerry from reaching hurricane status. The storm's internal organization and the presence of dry air will also play a role. The National Hurricane Center predicts only gradual intensification, with hurricane strength not guaranteed. Even as a strong tropical storm, Jerry can bring significant wind and rain impacts. Residents should not underestimate the storm's potential, regardless of its official category. Stay prepared for changing conditions. Heavy rainfall is one of Jerry's most serious threats. Rainfall totals of 4 to 8 inches are expected for the northern Leeward Islands and possibly Puerto Rico, with higher amounts in mountainous areas. This much rain in a short time can trigger flash flooding and mudslides, especially where the ground is already saturated. Fast-moving water can inundate roads and homes, while steep terrain increases the risk of dangerous mudslides. Residents in flood-prone and hilly areas should be ready to move to higher ground if needed. Clear drains and gutters and never attempt to drive or walk through flooded roads. The risk of flooding and mudslides is moderate but can escalate quickly. Pay close attention to official flood watches and warnings. Have an emergency kit and evacuation plan ready. Turn around. Don't drown. Jerry's winds, though below hurricane strength, can still cause significant damage. Sustained winds of 60 mph and higher gusts can bring down trees, damage roofs, and knock out power. Power outages are likely where Jerry's core passes, and repairs may take time. Prepare by charging devices, securing loose outdoor items, and checking window protection. Bring in patio furniture, garbage cans, and anything that could become airborne. Stay indoors during the storm, away from windows and doors. After the storm, watch for downed power lines and unstable trees. Always treat downed wires as live and dangerous. The risk from flying debris is real. Take it seriously. Preparation now can prevent injuries and property loss. Jerry's winds are generating large waves and dangerous rip currents along eastern-facing coasts. High surf will impact the Leeward Islands and Puerto Rico first, then spread toward Bermuda and possibly the U.S. East Coast. These waves can cause beach erosion, coastal flooding, and hazardous conditions for swimmers and boaters. Rip currents are powerful and can pull even strong swimmers out to sea. Obey all beach closures and warnings from local officials and lifeguards. Stay out of the water until conditions improve, even if the weather seems calm. Mariners should heed small craft advisories and remain in port. High surf and rip currents can persist for days after the storm passes. The storm's impacts reach far beyond its center. Respect the ocean's power. Check local forecasts and follow safety advice. Jerry's formation is part of a notably active 2025 Atlantic hurricane season. Warmer than average sea surface temperatures have fueled more storms this year. A neutral to weak La Niña pattern has reduced wind shear, making conditions even more favorable for tropical development. These climate factors have extended the season's threat into October and November. Jerry's mid-October arrival highlights the need for ongoing vigilance. The season's intensity is not about one storm, but about the background conditions making storms more likely and potentially stronger. Climate scientists are closely studying these trends for future risk assessment. Coastal communities must stay prepared until the season officially ends. The Dangang, the climate context helps explain why storms like Jerry are forming now. Staying informed through official sources is your best protection as Jerry approaches. The National Hurricane Center provides regular science-based updates on the storm's position, strength, and forecast. Local weather services and emergency officials translate these forecasts into specific safety instructions for your area. Avoid misinformation and rumors. Always verify with trusted agencies like hurricanes.gov. If local officials advise evacuation or other actions, follow their guidance immediately. Jerry poses real risks from rain, wind, and coastal hazards. Take them seriously. Review your emergency plan and supply kit now. Help neighbors prepare, especially those who may need extra assistance. A well-informed, prepared community is a resilient one.